Hi, Mr. Buzid. How are you?
I'm good, and you, Mr. Tandia?
Thank you. Thank you. I'm fine. So, thank you for joining me today for this interview. It's really appreciated.
You're welcome.
As you know, we
It's a
want your
great pleasure.
insight. You're welcome. And as you know, you want your insight on Askia and the project that we are developing. So today, we're just gonna start with um, what what do you do in life? Where do you live? And what are the your aspiration, what type of property that you have in terms of real estate investing, etc.
Okay, thank you for this conversation. So, actually, I'm working in Montreal, and I live in Montreal too. I live since 7 years. At the
Hmm.
beginning, I was living in Paris. So, I was born and I grew up in Paris. And now I'm advisor at the philanthropic development in a charity in Montreal. So,
Okay.
I work on the philanthropic development since 3 years, but now I work from this organization from 1 year.
Okay.
So that's it, and I'm living in Montreal, as you know, since 7 years. I have three condo.
Three condo.
I live in yeah, exactly. I live in one of this
Hmm.
condo.
Hmm.
Two of them include one bedroom, just one bedroom,
Hmm.
and for the last one there is two bedroom.
Two bedrooms. Okay.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
so you said you've been there for 7 years, and how was it for you to find those condos? What is the process? Did you find it difficult? What is your go-to
It
to?
it wasn't difficult because I'm working in Montreal. I have some good salary, and I made a lot of research about
Hmm.
how I can be a owner of my condo. So
Hmm.
I read a lot of books. I saw some document. I saw some movie about how you can be an owner, and I made a lot of visits.
Hmm.
The first condo that I booked, it was 4 years ago, so the price was accessible, I think.
Hmm.
And the last one was 2 years ago in 2020 during
Hmm.
the pandemic. So it was more difficult than the first
Hmm.
one
Okay.
because of the economy, the context. So yeah, I made a lot of visits, and I had courtier. I
Yeah.
had real
Real
estate
estate
with me.
agent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it could help me for the research and for
Okay.
the different type of condo I want. My first exigence, I don't
Hmm.
know how you say in English. My first exigence was to have
Requirement. Yeah.
to have a condo near the subway,
Okay.
near the metro. Yeah,
Okay. Near the metro. Okay.
exactly.
And today, how do you, let's say, manage your properties? Is it easy? What type of tools do you use? What is
For
your
for all
process?
my for all my condo, we have some agencies who
Hmm.
manage
Okay.
the condos, so I don't need to do anything about that.
Okay.
Just to
And
make a follow up about the how do you say les locataires.
hmm the rent, the tenants. Yeah.
Exactly. So just
Okay.
need to make a follow up once a month. It's enough
Hmm.
for me.
Okay. Perfect.
I didn't want to spend a lot of time with that.
Okay. And is it easy for you to get an insight on this with the agencies, or would you like to get more involved yourself, make more?
Yeah, I would like to get more involved, but if I had time. Now,
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
think it's good for me. But in the future,
Mm-hmm.
if I will have more condos, I would like to
Mm-hmm.
be more involved in the process.
In the process, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And concerning when you said you want to have more condos, what is the ideal process for you to get a new condo? What type of research do you need? What type of tools do you need?
I would like to have an estimation of the current
Mm-hmm.
price of
Mm-hmm.
my type of condo. I would like to
Mm-hmm.
have some duplex or triplex.
Mm-hmm.
but it depends of the price. So
Of the
first of
price.
all,
Okay.
the price. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
The average of the price in the Great Montreal area,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe in other area of Quebec or in Canada, maybe in Ontario. But
Mm-hmm.
for now, I would like to have some condos in the Quebec area, not
Okay.
only Montreal. First of all, Montreal, but if
Okay.
I can, Sherbrooke, Trois-Rivières.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's less expensive than Montreal.
Yeah, it's like crowded in Montreal, right? The
Exactly.
prices.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Okay. Perfect. So now I sent you an email. If you can take a look at it.
Okay.
So this is like a little mock-up or um, an idea of what the product we would like will look like. Sorry. So just gonna give you like 5 minutes to take a walk in, and then after we're gonna dive into the questions about the product and see if, for example, there is something that interests you that stood out maybe for you. Whenever you're done, you let me know.
Okay. I can see income of the month,
Hmm.
2,300 in the income of the rent, right?
Exactly, yeah.
For and you can do it for each apartment or for
It,
all the apartments. For each
it's
apartment.
gonna be each of your apartment
Mm-hmm.
that you may have. Let's say you said you have two apartments, and there is
Three. Yeah, I
one
live
three,
in
and you
yeah,
live in one. Yeah. So
exactly.
those two where you're getting your rent from, you can put the income in there. Um, the way for it to be easy for you is we're gonna link your bank account on a read mode only. So we're not going to, there is no security breach or anything like this. And it's gonna populate all the expenses and revenue from your bank account linked to your property directly into the platform. So it's easier for you to report
Uh,
everything. It's gonna
it's
be
very
done
good.
automatically, yeah.
Okay, it's very good. And do you have a limit of condos or of house that we can make
No,
in the application? No limit.
there is no limit. No, no, Jen, no. For now, there is no limit. As soon as you have maybe like 10 condos, you can put the 10 of them, yeah, and monitor them from there.
And where could you find this data? I have to send you this data, or you can find
So,
it on internet, or
what kind of data are you asking exactly?
for example, the income of the month. I have to tell you what is
Yeah,
exactly.
so you're gonna put the information yourself. If you want to put
Okay.
it manually one by one, you can do it. But to save you time, you just have to connect your bank account to the platform automatically, and it's gonna populate everything for you together, yeah, automatically, yeah. The
Okay.
rest is gonna be, for example, information about the number of rooms. You're gonna have to type in the square footage. You're gonna have to type it in. But the rest is gonna be generated automatically depending on the information that you put on first. Let's say.
Okay. Okay. I have a question.
Mhm.
All I see, like in all this information, is to rent. Do you have some information to sell, like the value of the house, the value of my condos?
Exactly. Yeah.
Is it
So
possible
if
for you to make an estimation of
yeah,
each condos?
is it's possible in the sense of it's gonna be based only on data. So, for example, the place where your apartment is, what kind of amenities are around, like metro, the region, the population, if there is a rate of unemployment, all those type of things. If it's a like more riskier area, we're gonna take it into account and mix all those data and give you a general estimation based on data only.
Okay.
So exactly, yeah. So this is gonna
Okay. Good.
give you like an insight of the price of your property, yeah.
Okay. I can see it on the page
Hmm.
4, number 4. I can see the value of the
Exactly.
apartment. Okay, it's good. Location, rental performance. Total acquisition cost, market value. Yeah, I can see it.
Exactly.
Total acquisition cost, acquisition dates. You have energetic performance too.
Exactly, yeah. So you can put your the energetic performance of your property based on the factors that you're gonna put. Let's say if you say I've paid, for example, this month $200 for electricity, we're gonna adjust it automatically depending on what's been done on the area and the other properties that we find, and tell you an idea of if it's like energy efficient or not compared to the others.
Okay, good. How does it work? Simplify your investment. Find your criteria. Receive opportunities. We support you. Keep an eye on your rental
Yeah.
income. Very
So
interesting.
yeah, so this is from step to step. Let's say you want to
Yeah.
buy a property, you're gonna define the criterias that you want for your next investment, for example, and we're gonna try to alert you and find properties that may interest you, and tell you, hey, Mr. Bouzid, here is a property that might interest you. So the next step is gonna be for you to type in different type of scenarios. So for example, if you look at the screen just underneath yield calculation, so
Which
if you
page?
ident it's just underneath how it works, page 8. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So yield calculation. So depending on all the criterias that you want to do for this simulation, is gonna give you results about the cash flow that you can earn. For example,
Okay.
for your rental, the yield per year. So if you take a look, also the type of credit that you have, if it's a fixed rate, variable,
It's
the
better
type.
to have a fixed rate from now.
Exactly. It is, yeah.
I, I have a fixed rate for all
You
of
have
my
a
condos.
fix? Ah,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Thanks God.
Yeah, the variable is like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
really high
Of course.
right now. Yeah, exactly. And then you can have also insight, for example, on the revenue, the type of revenue. If you look on page 9,
Okay.
the operating mode, for example, if you're looking to rent your apartment without any furnitures, or you want to rent it furnished, also if you want to do flat sharing, or
And
maybe Airbnb.
can you give any advices, for example, to rent my condo with furniture or without furniture? Do you have
Yeah,
any advices you can give it?
exactly. So once you're
It's
gonna
something that I
choose,
need to know for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. So let's say you put furnished, okay?
Okay.
If you go back on the page 8, you're gonna see on the right hand corner of this page, there is the cash flow that you can earn from this type of rental.
Okay.
So as soon as you change furnished, unfurnished, it's gonna calculate and make an estimation based on the market what type of cash flow you can earn from this property if you rent it as is, for example.
Okay. And do you have any advices? It's one of my
Mhm.
big problem about the taxes, the income statement, déclaration de revenus at the end of the
Yeah,
year.
at the end of the
Okay.
year, yeah, you can.
It,
So, yeah,
can
go
we
ahead.
have the difference or the consequences if I rent my condos with furniture and without furniture? And what are the consequences for my taxes at the end of the year?
Yeah, you have all of this. For example, if you look at page, let me see.
Because my first
Okay,
priority is to decrease my taxes at the
your
end of the year.
taxes at the end of the
Yeah,
year. Okay,
exactly.
let's see. So, if you look at the screen number 5,
Let me see. Number 5. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. So this is pretty much all the tools that you're gonna have, okay? So in the bank record template, we're gonna also allow you to have like an estimation of your taxes. Same thing.
okay.
So it's gonna populate like a tax file for you, and you can use this one. Same thing when you use the yield calculation. If it's furnished or not furnished, it's gonna give you an insight of how much taxes you're gonna pay, how much taxes are you gonna cut also, and depending also on the regime that you have for your property, if it's on your own name or if it's under a company or if it's associated maybe with your wife or your brother, we're gonna give you an estimation of the taxes that you're gonna cut or maybe
Okay.
for the year. Yeah.
Very, very interesting.
Mhm.
Very, very interesting. Mm.
And if you take a look at the very end, so the page 11 and 12.
There is the population.
Yeah, exactly. So this is when, for example, you need to buy your fourth property, let's say. So those are the indicators that might help you identify, for example, region where you were saying earlier that are not in Montreal, but maybe across Quebec that you don't know about the population, the rate of unemployment, what type of, if it is it more like a city where you will find students, sorry, where you can maybe rent as a flat sharing. So those are all the type of indicators that's gonna help you uh, make a decision and have a better insight on the area that you're planning to invest in.
And when you say area, is it the city of Montreal or is it a neighborhood when I would like to invest? What is the
The
precision?
the goal is to go by neighborhood because it's gonna be more precise rather than like broad city. Broad city, you can find this information pretty much everywhere. If you go by neighborhood, the way we're gonna do it is try to implement artificial intelligence and collect
Mhm.
as many data as we can and create a model based on it. That's gonna give you more insight and at more precise location, more based on, for example, a block or a neighborhood, a specific, and try to see what is the difference between uh, this neighborhood, which is at maybe 2 or 3 kilometers from the other one. Yeah,
And all this information will be updated
yeah, it's
year,
gonna be
year to
yeah,
year. Okay.
yeah, it's gonna be updated constantly. We will try to do it first of all monthly
Okay.
because we need to collect data. The more you collect data, of course, the more your model is performing and based on accurate information. And when you say, is it gonna be updated also, the way artificial intelligence work is gonna, you have your model, but the
Mhm.
model is gonna be challenged by another model constantly to make sure there is
Okay.
no mistake and we're not like giving you false information. Yeah.
And to have access in your platform, do we need to have an ID and a password? Do
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So it's gonna be verification by email. You connect. We make sure it's you. So concerning the bank information, this is gonna be through directly the portal of your own bank. So this is like with your credit card number and the password. So it's directly via the bank portal. So we're not collecting any information about that yet.
Okay, and I have a last question. I
Mhm.
think the most important question, maybe, what is the price for me?
I was
Uh,
about to ask you this question. So, what is there is no product yet. So, let's say you have a solution like this. How much maybe are you willing to pay for your properties per month? What would be a reasonable price for you? And what is the type of like options or tools that will make you pay, for example?
But I really like your application because it's very completed. You play the role of my accounting, my real estate agent. You play a lot of role.
Okay.
So I don't have any price, but I can put $100 per
Okay.
month. Yeah, I
Okay.
think it's not expensive.
Okay. So for you, it's like a reasonable price to get all
It's
this
reasonable
information.
because I have 3 condos. If I had just one,
Yeah.
it will be it will be more. It will be expensive, but for 3 condos, for 5 condo, I think it's reasonable.
Okay.
I can have more with your application. I put
Okay.
$100, but I can have more in
Have
return.
more in
So
turn,
I
yeah.
think it's a good deal.
Okay. That's good to hear. Uh,
But I need to
uh,
use this application
yeah, and
every day.
try to see. Yeah.
At the full
Okay.
potential of the application.
Okay. Yeah,
If I put
that's why
100 dollars, you can be sure that I will be connected every day in the
every
application.
day.
It depends
Exactly.
of your needs.
Yeah, exactly. And the type of options that we're trying to put here.
Exactly. And I think it
And
depends on the number of condos you have.
yeah. And
More condo you have.
what is the most important feature for you that will make you use it, let's say, every day or every 2 days? What is the most important thing of the app
I
for
think
you?
the most important thing is like the information are updated.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very
Okay.
important for me
Okay.
to have updated
So,
information
like on a daily basis, for example,
or weekly basis,
weekly basis. Okay.
or even monthly basis. Yeah, just to have the updated information because
Hmm.
it's very difficult to have updated information. The last
Okay.
information that I have for my condos are
Hmm.
from 2021.
Okay.
I don't have any updated information for this year.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a big issue for me.
Okay.
And I can't find this information at one place. I need to find at one
Hmm.
site or another site to my real estate, to my accounting. So it's very difficult for me to have all this information in one
At
place.
one place.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. So at one place. Okay. Really interesting.
Yeah, it's better for me to make a good decision
Hmm.
to have all of this
Exactly.
information at one place.
Okay. I
I
see.
don't
Yeah.
need to spend a lot of time to find it.
Okay. Yeah, because you need your property estimation taxes,
Exactly.
all those type of like
The value of
information
my
at the
property.
value of a property.
Yeah,
Exactly, yeah. What kind of rate can you maybe find also that is better
exactly.
or
I think that
okay.
the rate are increased a lot. For
Mm-hmm.
example, if I had one condo with variable rate,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to know the price of one of my condo, maybe. But if I had great increase, how do you say, increase of my rate, I
Mm-hmm.
would like to know the value of one of my property, maybe to sell the property.
Exactly, yeah.
You
So
know,
one of the future we're thinking about was to give you different type of scenarios. So let's say if you sell your property in 3 years, here's what you're gonna get as cash flow, depending on
exactly,
how long you've been holding that property. Here is a good time to sell it because the market is in favor of sellers or is in favor of buyers. So this type of
exactly,
information. Okay, perfect.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
As you know, the market change a lot
Mhm. Yeah,
every day.
exactly.
So we need to be ready to make great decision
Yeah,
at the
always
right time. At
at
the
the
right
right
time.
time. Exactly, yeah. And I think the most difficult part is whenever you need an information about, let's say, only your mortgage, you need to call your bank, spend a lot of time over the phone, waiting time.
Exactly.
So yeah, if we can maybe condense everything for you at one place, that would be really helpful. Yeah. Okay. That
Exactly.
gave me a lot of idea today. Thank you very much for that.
Really, it's
Yeah,
good.
like it's like
I,
getting clearer and clearer. Thank you.
I really like your application.
Yeah,
It's very good
thank you, thank you.
because we have all this information I want.
Hmm.
you play the role of my accountant, you play the role of my real estate agent, you play a
agent.
lot of roles. So yeah, it's very good.
Exactly. And you're able to manage it yourself as well. And that's really matters because you are at the core of the information. We're just here to assist you and give you all the tools you need to maybe find the right information at the right time instead of calling your real estate agent or your bank or stuff like this. Yeah.
It's very good.
Okay. And what else would you maybe think of that we didn't mention or missed? Mm,
I'm thinking about this. Uh, um, you told me that the price is not fixed.
fixed. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
okay.
So that's what we're trying.
And do uh, if your application
Mhm.
will work, there will be a customer service.
Yes, so we're trying to implement a customer service as well. For example, a chatbot at first. Let's say you
Okay.
have a question, we can answer it directly. Let's say when you're using the platform, if you have any questions regarding the using of the platform, you can ask it at any moment, and we'll of course answer you in the best delays. Yeah, so that's a good idea that you told me. Remember that to me because didn't mention it, but yeah, use a chatbot. And see, this is. Do you prefer like a chatbot or someone to respond to you in person?
Both of them, maybe
Both of
chatbots,
them.
and if I
Okay.
don't all of the information I want on the chat box, maybe someone to
Hmm.
call.
Okay. Perfect. And one thing also is we really trying to build a community. So we're thinking about also building a like an integrated kind of Facebook group slash
Oh,
Discord where people
yeah,
can discuss and investor can exchange with each other.
it's a great idea.
Yeah, exactly. Let's say you want to sell one of your property off the market, you can just sell it to someone which is using the platform. So that builds trust and confidence.
It's a
Yeah.
great idea
Okay.
on Facebook or on other social media.
Exactly. Or maybe
Okay.
embedded directly in the on
On
the
your
website.
website. Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
it's
Okay.
good, but only
Okay.
for the user of your
Yeah,
application.
only
Okay,
exactly
okay,
only for the users. Yeah, people that have properties on registered on it.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Of community. Do you have any other questions for me, maybe?
Everything was clear, very
Okay.
clear. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. So thank you for your time.
you're welcome. Thank you too.
I'm gonna send you an email
Okay.
for the recap of this interview, and if you are you willing to try this product when it's on the market? Yeah. Okay.
Of
Yeah.
course, of course. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I would
Okay.
like to know
Perfect. So
the
I'm gonna
la
send you an
suite.
email.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Perfect. Thank you very much, and
Thank you
talk
too.
to you soon. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye bye.
Bye bye.